going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to day number 14 of vlogging every single day. I've made it 2 weeks, 14 days in a row. I'm very pumped about that. It is 8:03. I just got back from a 1-hour ruck. I had a lot of time to myself today and I had a lot slower of a morning. So I took that time to first off get my ruck done in the morning before it gets hot, which I'm very glad for. Since I had extra time, I went on a different route. I made sure just to kind of enjoy the scenery. Of course, listen to a really good podcast as well. Glad I got that taken care of. While I was out there rucking, I just decided, like, you know what? Today's going to be a day of stacking wins. Yesterday's vlog was ass. My battery died. I was very unprepared. I just recognized that I was all over the place. So today is about stacking wins. I woke up at 5 a.m. I immediately got the vlog edited and uploaded. I went on a 1-hour ruck. Now that we are back, I'm going to go outside and do some moga. It's starting to get really warm out, but we could use a good sweat, you know? Getting a little bit too confident and I'm getting a lot of bit too sweaty, including my hands. As you guys can see, I don't use a mat when I'm here. So when I'm here, I'm usually just doing it on the wood, but after I start to get excited, palms start to get sweaty and I start to slide. And that's like, I'm literally fighting against my excitement. I'll find my balance point and I could feel it. Like, I'm like, nice. Once I feel it, I get really excited. And then I tell myself, like, okay, breathe. And then it's like inevitable. A couple seconds later, that's when I'm going to fall. So for me, it's fighting through the excitement. And because it's still new to me, right? And I'm still like kind of shocked that I can do it. I have to get over that if I want to make progress. I'm open to any comments, tips, advice from any of my friends who do any yoga, because I'm getting very interested in this. And as soon as I get a little bit better, I want to say by the end of July, I'm going to start 100 days of yoga. This 100-day thing's got me on a roll, but I want to make sure that I kind of know what I'm doing, at least have like a yoga routine that I can make sure that I can stick to for 100 days. But anyways, that's that for now. For the most part, I'm just going to kind of cool off, and while I cool off, I just stretch. And for me, that means like stretching my lower body, stretching my lower back, things like that. So let's do that now. I finished up with my moga ever I knew how. One more thing to stack a win for me is coming out into the yard barefoot, obviously without shoes or socks, and getting my feet into the grass, doing a little bit of grounding. And this for me is it's a little bit newer. I started doing it last year. I don't know, I've obviously seen some very positive benefits. I'm just coming out here doing a little bit of grounding. And it's just one more thing to stack to my win list for this morning. I got the laundry going, and by the time that I'm done out here, I'm sure it'll be time to flip it over. I'll start my breakfast, and I'm just going to keep stacking win after win today. I got the batteries on charge. I got a perfect system today. I cannot be fucked with today, especially after coming out here and putting my feet in the dirt. We need to brand some of these for Hygeia cold press. And you guys always see me with the nose strip. I'm going to brand some of those as well. And while I'm talking about it, let's talk about why I wear the nose strip to begin with. So the reason that I wear the nose strip to begin with is, for me, it really helps encourage nasal breathing. For most of my life, I've been a mouth breather, as most of you that are watching probably are and don't even realize it. I know that the term, like, oh, don't be a mouth breather, it's like, it's a common joke, but usually the people that are saying it to someone usually are mouth breathers. It's a huge thing for a lot of us. So don't feel bad if it's you. Just work on actively correcting it. For me, that means wearing the nose strip. So what the nose strip does for me is it open up my nasal passageways, and for me that is a cue enough to encourage nasal breathing. Of course, I'm still trying to correct the habit of breathing through my mouth, and that's going to take a little bit longer and a little bit more effort than just putting something on my nose. But for the most part, I have noticed a huge difference. I also sleep with the nose strip, and then I tape my mouth shut. That way that I'm not breathing through my mouth at night, and I'm not waking up with a super dry mouth and causing all this unnecessary bacteria growth If you're sleeping without mouth tape, you are 100% growing extra bacteria in your mouth that is unnecessary. Get some medical tape, tape your mouth shut before you go to sleep, put a nose strip on. I promise you won't choke. Your body's not gonna let you just die off in your sleep. You're just gonna default to breathing through your nose, which is exactly what we want. You're gonna get a much deeper sleep. Deeper sleep gives you better recovery, better memory in the long run, just better overall brain health. And that for me is very, very important, because in the past I've neglected my sleep. And when I did sleep, I was one of those guys sleeping with my mouth wide open, tongue all the way out, and I would wake up, my mouth would be super dry. I was always in and out of the dentist, and yeah, it's just not a good look, right? So if we can correct these things by small habits, wearing a nasal strip, taping our mouth shut at night, being conscious of our breathing throughout the day, it's just gonna help us in the long run. So that's why you guys will always see me with a nose strip. It's very rare that I don't wear them anymore. Once I started, it's kind of hard to go without. In the middle of the Moga session, I got too sweaty and it came off. But for the most part, they usually stick fairly well. Usually if one comes off, I have a replacement very close by, and I'll just immediately put one right back on. I very much enjoy them, and I notice that much of a difference. But for the most part, wherever I'm going, I will wear it. I wear it to sleep, I wear it to my ruck, I wear it to the gym. If it's one thing that I can encourage you guys, it's such a small fee that we have to pay. I think it's like $2 for a package of 30. It'll just go such a long ways. You will notice such a difference so fast, especially in your sleep if you put it on before you go to bed. For me, it's a huge game changer, guys, and everyone around me knows that I've been preaching about it nonstop. I've been telling every single person in my immediate circle, like, you have to get these. And for that reason, I think we're gonna start branding them very soon as I can find a manufacturer and kind of get that started, because how great would that be to have our own branded nose strips. Anyways, that's why I wear them, and that's my little 2 cents on them. I highly encourage them. If you haven't tried them yet, go and try them. Don't be embarrassed, and if anyone asks why you're wearing them, just say because the Sea Moss boss told you to. All right, one other thing that I'm adding to my ruck pack that I think is really necessary, especially for where I ruck, is pepper spray. So I put it on this convenient little keychain, and all I have to do, so now that all I did was I clicked it right onto my chest strap, so now right here it'll be within arm's reach, and I don't have to be like reaching for the back in case I get into emergency. Mostly for me, the first thing that comes to mind is coyotes. If for whatever reason I'm walking and I run into a pack of coyotes, they better look the fuck out, dude, because I'm blasting them with this shit. So that's hooked on there. And then something else that I wanted to add to my ruck pack as well is a flashlight. You guys know if I ruck at night, I have the headband, and then I've also kept this one fastened on my bag as well. I don't know if I can show you well. That one on the back is so that when I'm walking down the street, cars can see me. The one on my head is so that I can see it lights up pretty far in front of me. This would be more for like, I don't know, any emergencies that I could think of. I can't even think of one, to be honest with you. But I feel like every man should have a flashlight. Men usually have like an everyday carry, right? It's like their gun, their wallet, their knife, their flashlight. So let's start getting towards that kind of stuff. Let's add a flashlight to our pack. Now this one for me, since it is a little bit less of an emergency item, I'm going to slip this in the front of the pack where I have always some extra medicine, a lighter, and now a flashlight. And then on the other side, what I have is, I did have extra nose strips, but it looks like I ran out, and $10. I just felt like a couple of those things were necessary. Let's say that I'm out rucking somewhere and I get really thirsty. I can stop and get some water, get an energy drink, whatever I feel is necessary. The nose strips, because sometimes when I'm rucking, mine will come off, and I usually like to replace it right away. It looks like I've ran out, so I'm gonna put a few more in there. Like I said, I have added my pepper spray. I've put in a flashlight, and like I said, mostly the pepper spray is for the fact that sometimes I'm rucking through the woods or near woods. There's a lot of coyotes in my area, and I just want to make sure that I'm safe. There's been plenty of times that I've been on a regular walk amongst the few years that I've lived here, the many years that I've lived here. I've seen plenty of coyotes within very close to me. So knowing that I'm going rucking late at night, and especially knowing the trails that I'm rucking on, pepper spray is a very good thing to have on hand. Hopefully I don't need to use it, but you never know, right? You're better safe than sorry. And it's just really cool to know that my ruck pack is very functional. What is going on, guys? It is 8:56 and I just got finished with the gym. Tonight was another late night at the gym. Lately I've been getting very caught up talking with my gym buddies, and we're just, you know, shooting the shit, catching a bunch of laughs, and before I know it, it's very, very late. So I've been pretty much closing down the gym with the homies lately, which it's not a bad thing. It's always a good time. We're always due for some good laughs, always some good conversations, some good stories shared. So I really, really don't mind. Especially on a night like tonight where tomorrow's the holiday. Most people aren't going to be working tomorrow, myself included. There really isn't too many orders to process. There really isn't too much to do other than spend some time with the family. So what that means for me is there's no pressure on trying to get to bed early. There's no pressure on having to rush to get things done. There's really no pressure at all. So tonight is just a night for me. So I spent some extra time at the gym, chatting with the homies, sharing some laughs, and now here I am back at the shop. I really don't have anything planned, but like I said before, sometimes I just like to stop here, kind of relax a little bit before I go home, make sure that there's nothing that I have to do. Every time I'm here, I end up cracking my computer at least for a few minutes, reading a few things, replying to a few comments or emails, basic stuff like that. Today was a really, really good day. It was very, very hot out, so again, I spent most of my day inside and at home. I haven't really been here at the shop too much because, like I mentioned to you guys, it is very hot. Even when I got here now, upstairs it's like 87 degrees. Down here, it's a lot cooler, and then I have a fan here as well, so it makes it very, very pleasant in this room, but upstairs it is still very, very hot. So for that reason, I kind of spent the day at home, relaxing, and like I mentioned earlier in the video, I spent the whole day just stacking wins after wins. I'm very, very glad of that today, and especially with the last couple of days that I've had my battery dying yesterday, a boring vlog the day before. It only felt right that I stack a couple of wins today. So I'm very, very proud of myself. Like I said, now that I'm here and there's no time limit, I literally feel so free. I feel like I could do anything that I want. And what that means for me is sitting right here on this couch and relaxing for a little bit. So I'll probably sit here, scroll on TikTok, to be honest with you, see what's going on Instagram, and yeah, really just relax. And then if I decide that I'm either getting bored, maybe I'll head home, or maybe I'll crack open the computer, maybe I'll turn the TV on, we'll see. But for the most part, I'm very, very glad that I have nothing to do right now, because I never really get to sit on this couch. For the most part, I'm always sitting at my desk on the other end of the room. This couch always seems like it's calling my name. So now that I have nothing to do today, I'm very much going to enjoy it and embrace it. So I told you yesterday that I put a new chair here. This chair still sucks ass. And this isn't a desk. This is a fold-up table. It's a fold-up card table that I put a tablecloth over. And this chair is from upstairs. What I thought was going to work did not work. What I was going to say is one thing that I want to spend some time to do, and I'm actually going to spend the time to do it right now. We all got to do it. It's real annoying when we have to do it. Is I have to clean up my email. Right now I'm subscribed to so much nonsense, it just floods my inbox. So I have to go through those things and unsubscribe. Just random things where you put your email in to get a discount code, or you subscribe to this platform because you needed to create an account. Whatever the case is, my email is absolutely flooded. And it's not the business email, it's actually my personal email that is jacked up right now. Like, this is, guys, I'm looking at bullshit right now. The next 40 minutes, cleaning out my inbox and unsubscribing from every single bullshit thing that I need to right now. We're just gonna start literally one by one. Real quick, guys, I kind of forgot that I wanted to talk about this a little bit. So the reason that I decided to do the YouTube thing, and the reason that I've been going so hard on the vlog, I'm trying to build more than just a juice company and more than just a sea moss company. I'm trying to build an actual brand. And I'm trying to give you guys as much of my own personality and as much insight into my life, because I want you guys to realize, you know, I'm just a regular dude just like whoever is watching this, and I'm just trying to figure out life just like you guys are. I wanted to bring you guys some relatable content that you could see day to day, and you can go along with me on this journey. In my hopes of that, it is to, in the long run, in the very, very long run, build a respectable brand. With that brand will of course come, you know, customer acquisition. If you guys become interested in the, you know, the company that I'm building and some of the products that I sell, that's absolutely great. But my initial long-term goal for this whole entire thing was I really wanted to build an everlasting brand, and I wanted to give you guys a very, very deep insight into who I was as I was building this brand. Like I had mentioned in the very, very beginning, this whole vlog journey and the YouTube channel is also a very, very big reminder for my older self. When I'm 75 years old, I'm gonna sure as shit look back at this YouTube channel and be very, very proud of myself that I'm doing this business thing and that I had the courage to get on camera and talk to myself. And I'm also going to be very glad that I had the thoughts, have these memories, because when I'm 75, all I'm going to have to look back on is these videos. And for me, that's something that's really, really important. I always want to make sure that when I get a little bit older and all the excitement has already played out and everything is done and over with and I'm, you know, getting towards my end of my life, I want to make sure that I have these things to look back on and to be very, very proud of. So my hopes for you guys along this journey is that you become motivated, you find a way to relate to me or the content or building a business or just being young and trying to figure out life. That's a really, really important goal for me, is for you guys to just be along with me on this journey. I just felt like it was a little bit necessary for me to get on here and kind of explain why I was doing this YouTube channel, because you guys can clearly tell I'm not doing it for the sales. I rarely talk about sea moss gel or our juices on here. I very rarely promote our products on here, and it's because I'm not just here just to sell you guys. I'm here to build an everlasting brand. And a brand is going to start with you guys getting to know who I am as a young man, as a young businessman, and giving you guys a journey that's very, very relatable from the very, very beginning until however far that we make it. You guys are going to be here from step one until the very end. So guys, that kind of gives a little bit of an explanation as to where the vlogs came from, why I decided to randomly start a YouTube channel when I did. Also, it addresses why I really don't push the products too hard on you guys here. I've actually received a little bit of feedback from people around me, and they suggested that, you know, why am I doing all this if I'm not really promoting the products? And I actually had to think about that a little bit. And I realized that it is really important for me to build this brand and to document my journey and to give you guys something to follow along. That explains that, guys. And as a matter of fact, now that I kind of think about it, that's actually a really good cue and a good way to end the video. So that's going to wrap up the video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. If you haven't yet, please hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment down below, and since we're on the topic, please go visit HygeaColdPress.com. I have plenty of flavors of sea moss gel. We offer a huge array of different cold press juices, different health shots, different 10-ounce drinks. We offer cold pressed milk. I have protein infused nut butters. I have a whole array of products that I haven't brought to you guys here on the YouTube channel if you're new. So guys, like I was saying, please consider checking out our website. Maybe consider buying a product or two. If it's not for you, maybe you can think of somebody in the family that it's good for. It's a great way to give somebody a gift, because there's no better gift than giving somebody the gift of health and wealth. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you a million, and I will see you in tomorrow's vlog.